Welcome back to the origin of words. Today, we have a fascinating linguistic journey ahead of us. We're going to explore the origin of the word satellite. You might associate it with space technology, but the history of this word is far more ancient and intriguing than you might think. So, grab your linguistic spacesuits and let's blast off into the etymology of the word satellite. To understand the word satellite, we need to take a trip back in time. Our journey starts in ancient Rome. The word satellite finds its roots in the Latin language. In Latin, the word satelles referred to an attendant or someone who served or accompanied another person. These attendants often accompanied powerful figures like Roman emperors or generals. The root of the word satelles very likely stems from the Etruscan word satnal. However, there may also be a further origin from the verb satis in the Indo-European language family. The term satis means enough or sufficient. Over time, satis may have evolved into the Latin word satelles, with its meaning shifting to convey the notion of someone who provides sufficient service or assistance. Satelles, or attendants in ancient Rome, often served in positions like bodyguards, personal aides, or those responsible for running errands on behalf of their superiors. Essentially, they played a supporting role in the daily life and activities of their superiors. It's important to note that satelles was not exclusively used for human attendants. The Latin word was also used to describe celestial bodies like the moon because of their perceived resemblance to human attendants or companions. In ancient times, people observed the night sky and noticed that certain objects appeared to move in a regular, repetitive manner relative to the fixed stars. The use of satelles for celestial bodies likely stemmed from the idea that these objects, like human attendants, seem to accompany or revolve around something more significant. The term was applied to describe these celestial bodies, suggesting that they were attendant or companion objects in their motion through the sky. The moon, for example, orbits the Earth, and its regular phases and movements across the night sky made it appear as if it were accompanying our planet. Similarly, the planets, such as Mars or Jupiter, displayed their own unique patterns of movement, which gave rise to the idea that they, too, were companions to the stars. This usage of satelles to describe celestial bodies reflects the way ancient cultures anthropomorphized natural phenomena and applied human-related terminology to make sense of the cosmos. Johannes Kepler was the first to use the term satellite to describe orbiting bodies in his pamphlet entitled Narration About 4 Observed Satellites of Jupiter in 1611. Kepler was a German mathematician and astronomer whose work significantly contributed to the scientific revolution of the 17th century. He is known for his meticulous observations of planetary motion, which laid the foundation for later advancements in celestial mechanics. Kepler's laws of planetary motion revolutionized our understanding of celestial bodies. By describing planets' elliptical orbits around the Sun and establishing mathematical relationships between their orbital periods and distances, Kepler laid a crucial foundation for Isaac Newton's laws of motion and the law of universal gravitation. He derived the term satellite from the Latin word satelles. The word satellite was subsequently adopted by other astronomers in the 17th century, including Simon Marius and Pierre Gassendi. In his work Mundus Jovialis, published in 1614, Simon Marius used the term satellites to refer to the moons of Jupiter. Marius was a German astronomer who independently observed the Galilean moons around the same time as Galileo and provided his own observations and descriptions. In 1658, the French astronomer and philosopher Pierre Gassendi also used the term satellites in his work Mercury, or the Secret and Swift Messenger, to refer to the moons of Jupiter and their role as companions to the planet. The word satelles and its various meanings in Latin form the historical foundation for our modern usage of the term satellite. Over time, it evolved to encompass both human attendants and, more recently, artificial objects placed into orbit around celestial bodies, like the Earth or other planets. With the advent of space exploration and the launch of artificial objects into orbit, the term satellite took on a whole new meaning. A significant milestone in the history of artificial satellites was the launch of the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, by the Soviet Union. On October 4, 1957, the Soviet Union successfully launched Sputnik 1 into Earth's orbit. The word satellite was then applied to describe these human-made objects that circled the Earth in space. The successful launch of Sputnik 1 marked the beginning of the space age and initiated a new era in space exploration. In the following decades, thousands of satellites were launched into orbit to serve various communication, scientific research, navigation, and national defense purposes. A database maintained by the Union of Concerned Scientists estimates there were over 3,400 satellites in Earth's orbit as of the end of 2021. So there you have it, the fascinating evolution of the word satellite from its ancient Latin origins to its modern-day association with space technology. The word satellite has traveled through time and space, carrying with it a rich history and a connection to the celestial wonders above. We hope you've enjoyed this linguistic journey into the origin of the word satellite. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more exciting explorations of language and history. Thanks for watching.